Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Brittany, and in today's video I am going to be ranking my face palettes for you all. If you love ranking style videos, then please subscribe to my channel, go get a snack, get comfy, and let's hang out. So moving right on into it, I have 11 total, and none of these palettes are bad quality. I am just going to be ranking them as to which ones I reach for, which ones I don't. So starting off with this Tart, this is their magnetic palette, and on the inside, I love the mirror, it's super big. I have got the Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop. I have the Ofra and Samantha March collaboration. Down here I have some of my ColourPop singles, and right here is a Natasha Denona palette or eyeshadow. I love this. I don't reach for it as much just because I don't reach for singles, but whenever I was working full time, I went to this palette literally all the time because it was so convenient just to have everything right here. So moving on to number 10. This palette is discontinued now, so this is the Lorac in collaboration with the Pirates of the Caribbean. I have hit pan in 4 of these shadows. It's just like a little bitty face palette. You get blushes, highlighters, and this one was a bronzer on me, but some people use it as blush. I adore the quality of this. It was super good. I'll always keep this because I love it, and I'm going to pop down real quick. This is the eyeshadow palette from that collection. This to me is just like a collector's piece, but I love these two. I just don't reach for this all the time anymore. So number 9 is this one from Tarte. This is their Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. This is, it's kind of old, but on the inside you just have a bunch of neutral shades. You got some contour, bronzing shades down here, some eyeshadow, some brightening for highlighting and stuff. I use this all the time, but it's just, you have to be super careful because it's very pigmented, so you just have to do a light hand. And whenever I'm in a hurry, I don't have time for the blending that this requires, so that's why, it's ranking on the lower end. So number 8 is this Cheek Parade palette from Benefit. This was my first purchase from Benefit. I just wanted to try, all of their cheek products. And I did depot this at one time, so all my shades are falling out, so I have to be really careful when I hold this up. But this is what the inside looks like. I am missing a blush. I gave it to a friend. It was the shade Rockateur. She said it was her favorite, so I just, gave it to her because I'm good on blushes. But it was a super pretty shade, really mauvey. I love this coral. It's more muted. Hula is one of my favorite contours. I really do like this palette. I reach for it, mainly in the summertime. Okay, so number 7 is this Physicians Formula. This is a trio from them. This is my new one. It's my backup because the one that I use all the time, oh, it's dirty. I've hit pan. But you get a beautiful highlighter, a blush, and bronzer. This is just the normal butter formula from them. I adore this. I think I've given all my friends one. I bought so many backups. I got my mom one. I got my daughter one. So everyone is stocked up because this palette is so good. Now the highlighter can fall out, but it's kind of like a Super Shock formula, so I just squish it back in there. But I only have one backup left, but I really do love this palette. I think you can pick it up at Target still. Number 6 is this Bridgerton and Pat McGrath. This is their the Divine Blush and Glow Trio Love at First Blush. You get 3 shades in here. You get 2 blushes and then a highlighter. The only reason why this is coming in a little bit lower is because this highlighter is too dark on me, but I absolutely adore the shade Nymphette, and the shade Cherish is just such a fun blush. The quality in here is amazing, but I had to put it somewhere in the rankings, and that is where it fell. So now we are in the top 5, and at number 5 is this beautiful palette from Pat McGrath. This is her Divine Blush and Glow Trio in the shade Galactic Sun. And on the inside, just like the other one, you do get 2 blushes and a highlighter. I can use all 3 of these. This is why it's coming in a little bit before the other one. I adore this formula. It's beautiful. I love these tones. I reach for it all the time. I think we're at number 4 now. So this is the Benefit Earth Angel. This is just a quad. I picked this up on sale. This palette, it smells so good. I love all of these shadows, so I can use all of these, like highlighter, blush. This is like a blush topper. It's got a little bit of shimmer, hula. I just love it when a face palette, you can wear all the shades, and this is that, you know, for me, it's just like my go-to. If I'm not trying to think about anything, I pop into this one. I use it so much. Now, we're in the top 3 here. I adore all 3 of these palettes. They are so beautiful. They're kind of like foolproof, if you ask me. So number 3 is this newer one from Hourglass. This is their Ambient Light Edit Universe palette. They do have another palette. It's like a darker version. So on the inside, you have got 2 blushes. You get a bronzer, highlight, and then like a finishing powder. But I will say that this entire palette is super, super shimmery. So I love a glowy formula, which is why, you know, I like it. But honestly, Hourglass products are foolproof. They just blend effortlessly on the face. But sometimes with shimmer, you can get, you know, your texture enhanced. I don't feel like it does that for me, but if you don't like a shimmery product, skip on this one, because literally every single shade in here, it has got shimmer in it. I'm wearing it all over my face today. And also, jumping back into this Tart palette, I am wearing the Going Coconuts palette, and then I popped into this Natasha Denona Sunrise palette for the shade Aster, and I put it on my lower lash line, so that's what I'm wearing on my face today. But jumping back to the Hourglass, I love this. It's very expensive. I picked it up on sale when Ulta had their 20% off sale, but you can't go wrong with Hourglass. But this palette is shimmery. Next, number 2 is yet another palette from Hourglass. So this was their holiday palette last year. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. So this is the shade, or I'm sorry, this palette is Ambient Light Edit Sculptor. This is like my go-to palette because it's so pretty. It's not as shimmery as the new one. So you get a highlighter, a bronzer, blushes, and 2 of these beautiful finishing powders. They are just stunning. Like, it can fix anything. So if you've put too much powder on, like blush or bronzer, you can just go back over it, and it just kind of gives your face a filter. I love these products. I never understood the hype until I got it. It's amazing. The bronzers in both of those palettes are just kind of a little dark for me, but I'm self-tan, so that's why it works best for me right now. I've almost hit pan in 4 of these shades. You just can't tell it on camera, but this bronzer I have really dug into. And then these finishing powders up here, they're about to hit pan. And this highlighter, I just kind of use it all over too. I love this palette. Last but certainly not least is my Charlotte Tilbury Nude Gasm Face Palette. This was my first purchase from Charlotte Tilbury. Wow. Wow. Like, speechless, okay? This palette is stunning. This highlighter, it does not enhance texture. It just gives you like a lit within glow. It's just beautiful, okay? And these bronzers down here, they're super cool tone, so I really like it. It's like a gelée formula. And then this blush up here, it's super sparkly, so if you don't like sparkles, you're not gonna like it. But I just love this palette, so I reach for these 3. I'm talking all the time. Like, I can't live without these 3 palettes. I love them that much. But if I had to pick one palette, it would be the Charlotte Tilbury, just because I adore this formula. Hi guys, editing me here. So you know that annoying feeling when you are just forgetting something? It's driving you crazy. You don't understand what it is, but you know, you're like, I'm forgetting something. I guess I'll figure it out later. Okay, well, this whole time I was filming this video, I just had that feeling. Okay, so I filmed the video. I was editing the video. It's completely done. And then I was creating my thumbnail. And I put the Natasha Denona, her face, or the Glam face palette in there. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I forgot to rank one of my favorite palettes. Like, how rude of me to forget this palette. Regardless, you know, I was like, you know what, I'm going to just refilm the entire video, edit everything. I was like, you know what, no, y'all aren't coming here for perfection. You know, sometimes I put so much pressure on myself, like I want to be a perfectionist, but guess what, then there's reality. So I just want to show y'all, I'm not perfect. I forget just like y'all. I swear I have like mom brain, kind of like pregnancy brain. Half the time I'm like, I know I'm forgetting something, but I guess I'll just find out what it is like a day, 2 days later. Okay, so back to ranking the Glam palette. Here's what you have inside. You have a blush, highlighter, eyeshadow. This palette literally is perfection. It is so good. The reason why I forgot to rank it is because it's like, whenever I'm not filming, I wear this palette. It's super easy. It's like, if it had a bronzer in here, it would probably be my number 1, but it doesn't. So I would rank it number 2. So we have first Charlotte Tilbury, and then we have the Natasha Denona palette, followed by the Hourglass. I cannot believe I forgot that palette. I just wanted to let y'all know that the reason why I forgot it was because it was with like my everyday go-to makeup. When I'm not filming, I just need a simple, super easy look, and honey, this palette gives you that. Okay guys, bye! Alright guys, that wraps it up for me in today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I love ranking style videos. They're super fun for me. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite face palettes? Feel free to let me know. Rank them, have fun with it. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye guys.